Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I'm taking a look at Spacebase DF-9. So this is basically it's a space-based kind of colony simulator, if that makes sense, from Double Fine, and it is currently in early access, available for $25, and of course I will link to where you can purchase the game on Steam, as I always do, in the description. So, as I did say, this is by Double Fine, and as you could pretty much imagine, it's filled with, kind of the what you'd expect from Double Fine's kind of brand of humor. I'm doing this a little different from a normal look at because I am currently in the middle of a game, because I felt that it would probably be easier to show you what's going on with a little bit of stuff underway, rather than starting from the very beginning. So, let me just jump right in here. Currently I have things paused so that I can check things out and explain to you guys what's going on. So, if I go to my roster, right, so these are all of our citizens, and these are the jobs that we have them assigned to. So, for example, Chogra Ogra is currently a miner, and I have made Chogra Ogra a miner because I wanted other people on certain stuff. So we can see that Chogra Ogra is not good at being a miner, but you can level up if you do a certain thing for long enough. So, I've got people, I've got someone as a technician, I've got a builder, I've got a bartender, botanist, all this, right? So that's one part of it, is that you choose people to be certain jobs. And then the other part is the construction phase. And so like I can actually come in here and I can build rooms and such, right? I actually can't right now because I am almost out of matter, but I will explain that system in just a moment. So, like for example, if I just unpause here, people will kind of go about their business. And, I can zoom in and I can check them out a little more minutely. I can speed them up. I can really speed them up. And we can just kind of watch them run around and do stuff. Oh no, so debris is imminent, so we can see that things are on fire. But I've got fire extinguishers ready, so they will take care of that on their own, which is good. Oh, he's really sad. I wonder why he's sad. Unmet needs rest. Well, why doesn't he rest? Oh, because someone else is resting. So what I probably want to do here is, eventually I'm going to want to... Oh no, that's what's... Okay. So, I'm going to want to build another room, right, to take care of that guy's problems, because right now I've only got one room where people can rest. And that is a problem because I've got 7 people here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click mine, and I'm going to choose this area over here and confirm it. So then my people who are set to mine will go start mining that. And you can see our matter here. Matter is what we use to build stuff. So now we can watch this guy mine, and he'll go mine. And I've actually got 2 miners ready, and then if you want, like, you can zoom in and see that these guys are actually having like conversations, all that good stuff. And so what I'm gonna do here for just a second, okay, so this means that there's an incoming bit of space debris, so we will see that happening. And for right now it's not really a problem because I've got fire extinguishers everywhere, so you see they kind of rush to fix the problems, and it's not really that big of a deal. I am curious why no one's building. Oh, they are building. So they're building. Okay, so I love the bar name, the Tipsy Dinosaur. So the way this works, right, so we establish a room. So when the game starts out, you don't have any rooms or anything, right? So you just have like a little space pod, which I've actually demolished in order to get more matter. And what you do is you have to build an airlock. So what that means is that you're going to build a room, you click on the room, and then you can decide what it's going to be. So we can see that I've got an airlock, I've got a life support room, refinery, residence, all this stuff. And basically we make it an airlock, we add a spacesuit locker, and 2 airlock doors. So with all of that, then people have a way to get in and out of the base. Right, and so we've got different kinds of doors. We've got the airlock doors, then the regular doors. So any door in and out of the airlock have to be airlock doors, which makes sense. So basically what happens here is that in order to build certain things, we need to kind of zone certain rooms, right? So we also need like a life support zone, which we have. And we've got a research lab, and we've got a residence zone, and a garden zone, and a pub, and basically that's kind of one of the things that we have to take care of, is making sure that all of these rooms are available so that people can do certain things. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to make another residence zone, so that I can kind of walk you through that. So what I need to do here is, so you saw I just created the room, which was pretty simple. And actually, before I get too far into that, I'm actually going to construct the doors as well, because sometimes they have a little problem building it if you don't tell them to build a door in and out as well. So that will take care of that. And you get kind of like this microcosm of in a way, kind of subtly deciding what people are going to do. So like, you know, I've got someone set to cook and someone set to be a botanist. So that's kind of actually got our food system just like taken care of, just like that. So in a way, I kind of compare this to like something like The Sims, but at the same time, it's a little less like micromanagey, if that makes sense, because I don't have to. Okay, and then this happens. I'll finish up my thought here, though. You know, I don't have to like tell someone to go get food if they're hungry. It's more likely that someone will be hungry because I don't have like a stove or something. So what I have to do is build a stove, and then they'll feed themselves, which I personally like because I was never too big into like the micromanagey parts of The Sims. So then there are these random encounters with various aliens. So, hello, we'd like to come aboard your base now, please. I'm actually gonna say, fat chance you sound like killbots. Your response is unacceptable. We are coming aboard. Your coming aboard is unacceptable. Your crew will be met with hostility. So, yeah, so we've got some hostiles now. So what I'm going to do is pause here. I'm going to go, like, oh, wait. Oh, maybe, oh, never mind. Maybe they're just joining. Let's find out. It seems like they're actually just joining. Let's bump the speed up just a little. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens when they come aboard. Yeah, I think they're fine. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to pause here for a second. So I don't know if this is how it's meant to be played, but I end up pausing a lot. I go back and forth a lot between paused and unpaused. And I think that is okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this another, what was I looking for? Residence. Right. Okay, and then I can go into construct object, and then I can just go to the residence objects, which is nice. And I can put a couple of space beds in. Confirm, and call that good. And then I can let it play out again. I'm not sure if there's a way to actually rotate my view. I was kind of looking for one, but as far as I know, I haven't found one. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I'm actually going to construct another room here because I want to make... Okay, demolish that door. Yep, that's fine. And then make regular doors there and there. Confirm. And let them go for it. Because I want to make another, basically, air support room. Let's see. I think maybe I should get someone else in on... Alright, I've got these two. Yeah, so I want technician, and we'll get another builder going here. That should help things out. Yeah, I gotta say though, I'm really enjoying the game. If I didn't mention, it is in alpha, so there is still lots of work being done on it. Okay, so we've got a raider ship, starship information unavailable. Hi, so I guess we're going to board your base, if that's okay. I mean, we're going to kill you and take everything valuable, but I don't know, just seemed nice to ask first. Are you guys new at this? You don't sound very confident. I know, right? Well, anyway, let's get this over with. You don't even sound excited to be killing us. That was strange. Hostiles have entered the base. Where at? Oh, there's the raider. Okay, so what I'm going to actually do here is go into my roster, and I'm basically going to make a bunch of people security people. Or a couple people security people anyways. Yeah, we'll do that. And, okay, so I lost one. Let's let this play out a little faster. There isn't really a lot that we can do other than just wait and kind of hope that it goes alright. Okay, let's see. Is everyone... Alright, so it looks like I lost 3 people. That's unfortunate, but I haven't really found any better way to handle those situations, honestly. So we got our bartender and our botanist still, so that's good. Yeah. Well, I guess that's what it's gonna have to be. Yeah, like I said though, I'm having a really good time with the game so far. I can scroll out here and show you that this is pretty large. As far as like what else is going on with it, I don't know that there's all that much else that happens. Like I don't think it has a real goal right now, and I think that's fine. I think that's probably stuff that's going to come in the future. So, you know, like I said, it's still an alpha, it's still a work in progress, but it's a very good work in progress, if that makes sense. Okay. Going to confirm that that needs to be mined. And let's see, for some reason the rest of this stuff is not being built. Okay, yeah, it looks like someone is sleeping, which is fine. So, you know, basically what happens here is that we're just trying to build kind of a sustainable base. And that's, you know, that's basically kind of what's going on here. So, Raider Vessel J-Wing, Starship information unavailable. Hello victims, we are coming aboard to kill you and take your stuff. We don't really even need more stuff, but we're taking it anyway. Why? Because we can. You try hiding in the vents and whatnot, but we'll find you. We're very experienced at this. Are you terrorized yet? Nice, okay. Oh. Is there? Where? What's it talking about? It said there was an unexplored derelict near the base. So I'm kind of scrolling around looking for that. And not really seeing it. So I'm not totally sure. Nice thing is we've got lots of matter to eventually mine. I guess the question is, I don't really know what happens if, like, we mine everything. I mean, that would take a while, but it's possible. I don't know if maybe more matter eventually happens. And I also don't know how to get rid of the dead bodies. Anyways, so kind of like the normal stuff that I talk about. I mean, the music is good. I think the sound design is really good on a whole. There are times, though, where the music will stop playing for kind of a long time. And it can be a little weird, but not too bad. Alright, so I will do that. Go ahead and speed things up here. There's an... Okay. Well, yeah, I said to do that, so that's fine. Okay, so I can zone this as something. I guess I'll zone it as a reactor. I don't know what exactly a reactor does. Let's see if I can construct any reactor stuff. It doesn't really look like it. Interesting. Well, either way, I want to put a fire extinguisher in there. And we'll just kind of let them go about their business here. But you know, other than that, there's not a lot to say. This is, for the most part, what happens. This is kind of what goes on with the game. Okay, so we got some space debris coming in. I also like the art. I like the way it looks. It's got kind of a really crisp and neat look to it, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I should assign more people to technician duty, it says. I can do that. Let's do that. And... yeah, we'll do that. So the nice thing is, you know, you're not just going to pick someone to do one job and leave them at it. You kind of want to balance things around. So yeah, that was a good idea to get some more beds, because obviously a lot of people are needing to sleep, it seems like. So now I want to change that builder. I guess maybe I'll make them a technician, because we need to repair some stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much more to really say about the game. It is one that I want to keep playing. That's, like, definitely for sure. I guess I should explain what happens if you die. If if everyone is killed, then basically you just have to choose a new spot and make a new base, and you get to choose your base based on a couple things. So, like, certain areas of space where you could build your base are more likely to have... okay, yeah. I will make you a botanist. Done. So you can choose your base based on like how likely it is to run into raiders. You can choose your base based on how much matter there's going to be around, stuff like that. So I chose a relatively easy location, but it also means that it's, you know, because it's easy, it's also kind of a relatively relatively boring location, if that makes sense. Not that the gameplay here is boring, but just that like there aren't going to be a lot of encounters here. I'm going to be safe for the most part, which I actually enjoy. I like that. It makes things nice and easy for me. Alright. Starship information unavailable. Hello victims, we are coming aboard to kill you. Okay, well, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. They went that way. Use the beacon to send... Oh! That's what that is. Okay, well, I'm gonna try this beacon then. Let's see. Beacon. And then, okay, go back to the roster. We want someone... security. Okay? So let's see what happens with that. That is actually not something that I've run into. So I mean, it does look like stuff keeps growing and happening, which is nice. So I'm gonna let this play out, see what happens here, and then probably call it good for here. This is something that I'm probably going to play in the future. Okay, let's see. I need to make someone a bartender. We'll do that. Alright, let's see how this is going. Oh no. We're under attack. Oh, they died too. Darn. Okay, so that's interesting. That definitely gives us something to head towards, but we're not going to be able to do it until we have more people, probably. And it's kind of cool. There's actually like quite a bit of detail if you really zoom in on people. But you know, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I like it. I think it's pretty darn good. I'm having a good time with it so far, anyways. Oh no, someone was sucked into space. Well, yeah, things are starting to take a turn for the worse here. But you know, like I said, this is definitely a game that I'd like to cover more in the future. I don't know if I want to do like a series on it, or maybe if I just want to do an update video every once in a while, because new updates are coming out fairly regularly. But with that, I'm pretty much going to wrap it up here. I think that pretty much covers everything I've got to say about the game. I like it a lot, and I think that you will too if you give it a shot. It is in Steam Early Access, but of course, as usual, buying it now will get you the full game when it releases, as well as all updates in the meantime. So, as always, feel free to comment if there's anything that you'd like to comment on. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my videos every single day, and if you liked my look at Spacebase DF-9, then please consider clicking the like button, because that could help me out a lot, and I appreciate everything that you do to help. So with all of that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.